So, hello. I'm Creativity, and today we're going to be drawing about this drawing that I made. So, I did know that I said before that I'm gonna make this drawing because I was like, I did do Princess Luna, so I want to do also Nightmare Moon. I have my new water palette thing. Let's see how it's gonna go because I haven't painted with my colors for a while, so let's see how that will go. I will start like the other drawing, which is I'm gonna just lay a very like thin layer of color on it. And then we can continue with doing the actual coloring of the painting. And since this is gouache, I will be able to layer them, so it will not really matter. Yeah. I'm going to actually layer a very like light blue, even though I know that Nightmare Moon is quite more darker. I'm gonna try to make her darker, of course, but let's see how this will go. I will try to navigate that. Over here. I think I need my bigger brush. Oh, there we go. Now I have a tissue again. Every time I keep forgetting my tissue that I need. I'm gonna actually take my big brush, my heavy duty brush, and I'm gonna do the thin layer, or else this is gonna take ages with my smaller brush. I actually have been having this sketch for a while now, but because I was too overwhelmed to even touch it, I did not do a video about it. To be honest, I was just questioning a lot if even going to like keep it the way it is, because I was questioning of like putting a hand like on her here, on her like shoulder or something, but I decided not to. I know that it's warping, but it's also because of all of the water. Sadly, I also have to wait for it to dry. Last time I remember I actually watered also the background, and I didn't really need it to, I guess, so this time I didn't do it. I'll have to see. I will have to also keep in mind what parts of her I'm not going to even paint, and I'm gonna do silver. I'm thinking of her headpiece is going to be silver here too, and then here I also have a piece where it's going to be silver because I do remember she had a lot of armor like on her hooves and stuff like that. That's why I also wanted to have a hand in here actually so that I can accentuate that she has armor on her hand. But it wasn't fitting, so I left it out. I've been questioning a lot like what type of colors would I like to use for her because I do know that her skin tone in her pony form is black. And I also do know that my other painting for Princess Luna, her skin was a bit more lighter than what her pony form was, so I was questioning more about like giving her like a dark blue skin tone instead. And then making it much more darker than Princess Luna was, and then keeping the purple around her. Like, I do know that her eyelids have purple eyeshadow, and her hair, half of it is purple and blue, so I'm gonna see how I'm gonna interpret all of that. I also do know that she has a lot of sparkles around her hair, so it might be that those sparkles also are gonna be silver at the end, but I haven't really decided yet what I would like them to be. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna put away my other brush because I don't believe I'm gonna use it again. And let's try to figure out her skin tone. I was questioning a lot about something like this, like the Persian blue that I have. It is much more darker, but it will do for the job I want it to. I'll actually take another paper and I will use that as a reference guide for my colors. Not that I do something wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind this color. Let's see. I'll try to first maybe see where her darker values are going to be. I could make this side of her a bit darker up until here and bring it forth because she's a villain, so I would like to maybe accentuate that. One thing I do know is that she has like a very like pastel blue for her eyes. So let's whoop. Let's also take that out. Put that in here. I had already some, I just realized, so I'm not gonna put some new over here, so I'm gonna take this. Don't know if I want to have that, so I'm just gonna scratch it and go back to it later. The problem that I had with this color is that her eyes are not really blue, they're kind of like a turquoise, so having struggles trying to replicate that, to be honest. I think I would like a bit of white. Okay. Let's see if I can make an actual skin tone for her, because up until now I've been watering down a lot my paint and not actually using the paint itself. So, let's see that. Okay. Let's see. Let's try to see. I'm just putting like a layer of her skin tone down, and then I will see if I want to do light and dark on it. Most likely. I do apologize if you guys are hearing the fan. The weather here in Germany has been very, very warm. The last few days we have been having like very high temperatures of hot, and we have been having to have the fan 24/7 open because of that. The skin tone I picked, it is kind of dark. I also am not having a lot of opportunities to blend it. So I will go back in there and I will try to add some dimensions with darker and lighter colors. It is much more difficult because I'm not really that skilled with skin tones that are darker. So let's see how this will go. I will try to make it as okay as possible. I will have to make a bit more of her skin tone though, because I wasn't done with all of it yet. So I'm gonna put some blues down here. I can also use this too. Let's see which ones I'm going to be able to use actually. I think the smoother the transition, the less water I'm supposed to be using, and that's so difficult for me, goddamn. It kind of looks like she has whiskers, which is not really what I want to portray, so I'm gonna dab this a bit off. I have to go over it, I think, with one more layer. Just making, I think this is dark enough, but making this a bit lighter, especially like under her eye here. Like I'm questioning of like here making it lighter. And under her eye. Maybe like over here too. Lately I have been having a lot of struggles with my art. I think that can also be said about this drawing. I'm struggling a lot about the skin tone. I was actually like not even wanting to post anything. I was feeling not really that well about how my art is and how has it been going. I mean, I know that a lot of artists like struggle with their art, but currently I do believe I have been having a lot of specifically like difficulties with creating, and I know that this video is not going to be my best, but I wanted to at least try to make something. So because most likely I can also fix it later, so it should be okay. It's still, though, very strugglesome for me, and I have been trying different types of things to make me feel better and also be able to create, so I will see about how do I make it better and how do I break the cycle of what has been happening, which is I don't really want to make a video, or I don't even want to draw, so I have been trying a lot of different types of things. That's why I made the sketchbooks, so that I can be able to actually sketch something. But of course, I'm still having struggles with art in general still. So I'll try not to be too harsh on myself for this one. I also understand that, well, I made this channel to show also the not so pretty part about art. The struggles that go to it, the long hours that you need to spend into one drawing, maybe the mistakes that happen as well. And sometimes there's also times where it is difficult to even create. And I have been trying to not really fall onto that and try to keep creating, which is also okay. difficult. Oh my god. To be honest, I am questioning a lot if I should just leave it and not continue, because it's not getting any better. I sadly don't even know how long I have been here, either. If I could just move my phone a bit to see.